in rotating form, and Earth is oblong in that the water around the equator bulges out. This is what causes the Earth's tides. So as the Earth rotates, the water at the equator bulges out, and the sloshing back and forth of that water as the Earth rotates is what causes the tides. If this equatorial bulge shrinks, if it's only this big instead of this big, that causes the Earth's rotation to speed up, the same way a ballerina speeds up if she's spinning around and she pulls in her arms. The Earth speeds up when less water is located at the equator. So cold water takes up less space. So if the oceans cool, or if the oceans shrink as a result of more water being deposited near the poles as a result of snow and ice, or a combination of those two things, it would be logical that when you get a colder ocean, you get more water in the form of snow and ice being deposited near the poles where it's colder on the planet. That would cause the Earth's rotation to speed up. So this article from SciTech Daily talks about this, and once again, it's no fun being right all the time, but this is blaming mankind for changing the location of water on the planet. Keep in mind, folks, water emits radiation. Water changes the ionization pathways of the planet. And this article is even blaming the geomagnetic pole shift on the location of water on the planet. So perhaps have a read on that from SciTech Daily. A great article here about the Earth's rotation being affected by the location of water on the planet. So let's continue on, since we're talking about some climate stuff. Here are the surface winds of the eastern world. And let's move this to the 250 hectopascal winds to show you the location of the jet streams. There are the jet streams. It's the 250 hectopascal winds of the eastern world. Massive anticyclone here over the central Pacific. That clockwise rotation associated with high pressure, undoubtedly. Here are the jet streams of the western world, and we'll show you surface winds here as well, as we've got an anticyclone off the coast of... Sorry, that's not an anticyclone, that's a low pressure. My mistake. It's a counterclockwise rotation, a low pressure off the coast of Portugal. And shout out to our Portuguese viewers. And our viewers who aren't Portuguese but are viewing from Portugal. Cheers. Here are the surface winds. And we see some strong winds off the east coast of the U.S., perhaps creating some good surf. We're hoping those are offshore winds to provide the largest waves for our east coast surfing pals. Next, we'll take a look at the real-time lightning maps at lightningmaps.org. It's where I go when I hear thunder. Lightningmaps.org. My real-time lightning map source. It's powered by blitzortung.org, if you're wondering. And we don't see any terrestrial lightning. Actually, we do. Check it out in just off the Palm Coast here. Flagler Beach, hey Daytona Beach. Go out and look to your northeast. There's an active cell up there. Take some time-lapse photography. Maybe you'll get some imagery of sprites. And we covered some severe lightning yesterday. And I don't know why we're on OpenStreetMap, but we are. Allow me to close OpenStreetMap. And we've got some stories on AccuWeather, such as this shocking dash cam footage. Check out this car crash. This is a deadly 48 vehicle pileup here, located in Wisconsin. This is not what you want to see through your windshield, folks. So he's just following this truck. There's a vehicle pulled over, and there's a jackknife truck. And here's bad times for all involved, if it loads. Come on, AccuWeather. You can do it. And it looks like the vehicle that we're in is sliding around, and it's regained control, and there goes that truck out of control, and ouch. And yeah, there goes a snowplow flipping over. And apparently in Wisconsin, it's so hot that it's cold. Sorry about all that global warming, folks. It appears to be, by the way, there are also tornadoes, and the southeast saw damaging hail yesterday, and we covered it very early in the morning. Our patrons would know all about it. And you would too if you were a patron. So maybe consider becoming one at patreon.com/smAsho. Here's pressure cells as reported by windy.com. And we're going to advance this via the GFS forecast till tomorrow. Here's the forecast for GFS. The GFS forecast for tomorrow at noon Eastern Time, Eastern Daylight Time at noon. There are where pressure cells are expected to be by the GFS forecast. Here's the Euro forecast, if you were wondering. Not all that different. Euro forecast, GFS forecast, and continuing on. Here's the U.S. Doppler radar map. We'll also show you the cloud layer. And here's the water vapor. And it looks like things are clearing up here. That string of storms expected to migrate slightly to the south as it slowly moves offshore here from Florida, being propelled by dry air trailing it. And that's today's meteorology segment. Thanks for tuning in. Twitch,